What's up guys? So nakita natin dito na si Kai Sotto got injured. He's out for a year with a ruptured ACL dun sa game nila sa Japan. And that's really devastating. Considering na alam na nga natin na yung ruptured ACL can last from 8 to 10 months. Now sinasabi nila dito sa article na to sa Spin na pwede rin 6 months. Pero bakit natin pipilitin, di ba? Hindi talaga logical na pilitin si Kai Sotto considering na siya nga yung future ng Gilas Pilipinas. At wala namang it's not like the Olympics is this year. Hindi naman World Cup this year. So ang best course of action talaga is to let him rest and try to see sino sa mga players natin ngayon yung mag-step up. Now, naisip ko dito nga na ako kasi I'm a fan of expanding the pool. Pero sino naman ba ako, 'di ba? I mean, Coach Tim pa rin yung napapagsabi talaga na kung gusto niya maliit yung pool, sige. Kung gusto niya malaki, sige. Pero as of right now kasi si Coach Tim, sabi niya, he prefers the pool to be small para ito yung adjustment ng mga players hindi magiging malaki, hindi siya mahihirapan to teach the system again. Which is completely valid, diba? Sobrang totoo naman yung sinasabi niya starting from scratch when it comes to teaching players how to understand the system and eventually fitting sa Gilas na ini-envision niya. Yung replacement ni Kai Sotto is Japet Aguilar. Ilang taon na ba si Japet Aguilar, guys? Japet Aguilar is 37 years old. Diba, ang goal nila ngayon is to, of course, yung World Cup and then the Olympics. The biggest goal here is the 2028 LA Olympics. By that time, ilang taon na si Japs na by then? 41, 40. So most likely wala na siya sa plano natin. Wala na siya sa Gilas by then. Diba dapat by that time nakaharap na tayo ng replacement? Pero as of now kasi, sana mag-iba yung mind ni Coach Tim na si Japet Aguilar may 1 to 2 years na lang of being or at least playing at a good level. Kasi right now, hindi na niya kaya maglaro at a high level sa international. Sa PBA, yes, he's still an MVP candidate pa nga. For those who don't follow the PBA, yes, Japet Aguilar is still playing at an MVP level. So another replacement na pwede for Kai Sotto could be Jamie Malonzo. Technically, nasa pool na si Jamie Pero by that time, kasi next month na yung yung window natin. So upcoming window, we have February 20 against Chinese Taipei. Kayang-kaya naman natin to. Contrary na sinasabi ng ibang tao na may tulog tayo doon. But hindi. Malayo talaga yung advantage natin sa Chinese Taipei. Unless we let them shoot a lot of threes. Considering na ganun laro ng Chinese Taipei. But alam ko naman Gilas is a good perimeter defense kind of team. So feel ko naman magiging ready tayo for them. Sana naman no. I mean Chinese Taipei kung matalo pa tayo doon. So maging 0-2 pa tayo sa window na to. And then next up is February 23 against New Zealand. Home court. Now, para manalo tayo dito, AJ Edu has to play. Kasi si AJ Edu can replicate what Kai Sotto does on defense. Feel ko, same sila ng contribution when it comes to defense. Lalo na si AJ Edu. Pero sa offense kasi, especially yung growth ni Kai Sotto, and of course yung size, AJ Edu is 6'10". Kai Sotto is 7'3". So yung 5 inches na yun, 4? Yung 4 inches na yun, plays a part talaga when it comes to imposing your will pagdating sa paint. And nakita naman natin na when Kai Sotto played against New Zealand, he had 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. I think naalala ko lang to from when I was doing my research a while ago. And that's hard to replicate, no? AJ Edu can give you 10 rebounds, yes. AJ Edu can give you 2 to 3 blocks, yes. Pero yung 7 assists, yung 10 plus or 15 plus points a game, that's only Kai Sotto can do. Kasi mas malaki yung development ni Kai or he's better generally in scoring and facilitating. Underrated part ng laro ni Kai Sotto yung passing talaga, guys. I mean, you should look at the previous games or the way Kai Sotto's career has progressed. He always has those mga nice passes from the high post or yung mga those nice drop passes for those that are cutting to the rim. So ganun si Kai is a really underrated passer as well. Now, if we're going to beat New Zealand, AJ Edu needs to be healthy. Last window, wala siya because yun nga, concussion ba siya or nagka-lower leg injury siya nung time na yun? And that sucks kasi kala ko nga magsasabay na si Kai Sotto at si AJ Edu during that time. And the last time ata nagsabay sila was under 19? 2018 pa? That was 6 years ago. Sayang, imagine if we had Kai and AJ Edu together. Yun talaga yung sinabi ni Coach Tim din yun na the best version of Gilas will feature Kai Sotto and AJ Edu. So sayang, dito sa next window, kala ko ito na yun, magsasabay sila. Kasi ngayon sa B-League, AJ Edu's playing. Okay siya . So sana, ready siya for the second window. Let's protect that man at all costs. And at the same time, guys, after ng next window na to, ito na yung last window before the FIBA Asia Cup. So may FIBA Asia Cup pa. Sa August yon. And in that FIBA Asia Cup, doon maglalaro ang Australia, doon maglalaro ang Japan, doon maglalaro ang China. Now, if we check, Australia is a world number, let me check out, Australia number 7, Japan's number 21. Pero arguably, Japan can beat Australia, especially if they have their A team. So sa FIBA Asia Cup, kung August yun, mukhang makakalaro yung mga NBA players sila, guys. If you ask me, kaya nila maglaro kasi Yuki Kawamura, tapos ng NBA season kasi by June. So makakalaro si na Yuki. So basically, nakita natin sa Olympic roster nila could play sa August. Kasi wala naman NBA season Hopefully, Rui Hachimura could play. Pero that makes it harder lang for us, no? Kasi sa August, sa FIBA Asia Cup, wala pa rin si Kai Sotto. Pero again, hindi natin siya mamadaliin. That's the best course of action. Kasi by that time daw, in 6 months, kaya na daw i-reassess, diba? Pero kayo, ano sa tingin nyo? Should Gilas rush Kai Sotto in the 6 months? Pero ako yung sasagarin ko yung recovery niya. Like, I'll give him a full year. Kasi hindi naman goal yung Asia Cup The goal is the Olympics. Paulit-ulit ko sasabihin yan. Another question here na tatanong ko sa inyo before we end this video is, should Gilas extend the pool? Maybe 20 man lang. 20 man. Kasi hindi ko sure kung ilan ba yung nasa pool natin ngayon? 14. Kasi alam ko 14 Kasi diba 12 active players. Tapos may 2 replacements I think it's Mason and Japet. Diba? I think it's Mason and Japet. So maybe adding 6 more could still help out. I mean, matuturuan mo naman yan If 2028 nga yung pinaka-achieve natin, 2025 pa lang ngayon, di turuan mo na as early as now, kaysa yung magre-regret ka later on, we should have expanded the pool. Diba? Pero then again, this is just a person coming from the outside. Iba pa rin yung perspective in the coach team, all the coaching staff. Super gets rin natin yung idea nila. But this is just for debate. This is just for opinion. I just want to know nasan kayo with regards to how Gilas should be or how big the pool be on how big the pool should be for Gilas. For me, it's 20 as of right now. Kasi I think 6 players replacement is fine. 'Di ba? And matuturuan naman It's only 2025. May 3 years pa. But kayo, let me know in the comments. See you guys next time. And sa mga first time lang pala dito, I have a podcast. Ma-check nyo dito sa YouTube, mga long form na videos sa ganito, mga 40 to 45 minutes. And if you guys wanna check that out, just go to my YouTube, check yung videos. Nakalagay naman 6 Man Podcast. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!